And now, given that most everything is virtual these days, are you getting a lot of um, requests from employers for virtual jobs, for students to fill virtual jobs?
Yeah, it's a great question. So, like you mentioned before, obviously the pandemic has thrown a lot of things for a loop, and just like our university is adapting, a lot of jobs are trying to adapt too. I'm finding that many of the jobs that fall in our program are transitioning better than others, although it is a little bit industry specific. But we're definitely seeing a lot of our industries and some of our closer employers are either have already transitioned over to some like remote virtual opportunities, whether they be jobs or internships, or have expressed to us that they are looking at the option. Not all of them have, been able to finalize those things, but we are seeing an uptick in finding opportunities because now employers know that students are looking for them. So many of them have reached out to us about that. And so as a result of that, we've done a lot of bringing up some of our close employer contacts into these Zoom calls similar to this one, where students can talk with them about what kind of virtual opportunities do you have right now? Are you hiring? What does that look like? And that's kind of helping us to facilitate connections for students. But we're also actively have been doing a lot of research on, and connecting students with virtual tools that will allow them to search specifically for remote jobs, because there are some websites and search engines that are more specialized for that now.
Do you find you're seeing more people or fewer people this past semester?
Yeah, I definitely seen an uptick, and I think that's been one of the things that's been the most pleasant surprise to me. As you mentioned, only being here for a year, it was very striking to me to see kind of the shift. I think this past semester, there were a lot of CAS students using our services in the fall, but definitely in the spring, I think because of the concerns students were having for, I don't know what the future is going to look like for me when I graduate. We saw a lot more students reaching out to us. And I found that to be a fantastic thing. It gave me a lot of chances to work with our students about to graduate on, how can we get out ahead of the process, because job searching takes a while. So that's definitely been an uptick there. I also definitely go out of my way to send communications out to students as frequently as I can about like, hey, my services are still available over the summer. We're still offering our services. We're still doing these different things and holding these events. And for any students, in the fall or over the summer who are taking classes in most of our programs, there's a very good chance you'll end up seeing me in your classroom, because a lot of our faculty have also brought me in to talk about some of these things. So I will present on some of the topics I've mentioned before. But I would say, yes, I've definitely seen an uptick, and I'm hopeful that we'll continue to see that over the summer and then into the fall as well.
Great. And how do students reach you during these virtual days?
Yeah. So students can reach me one of two ways primarily. So the first way is if they go to the university website and click on the Career and Internship Centers section of the page, my email address is listed there, and students are free to email me if they would like to. If it's a more general question, they can also email the Career Center email that's listed. But if you go to our staff page, you will see my name listed with my email address on there. The other way is for students who have been admitted and gotten their UB email address, for example, they can actually sign up for a UB Works account. UB Works being a free service that all of our UB students and alumni have access to, where you can log into the system, you can get your resume reviewed and schedule appointments through there, and you can also apply for jobs there, because we do have some, like I mentioned, those local companies that express to us that they're trying to hire for certain positions. They actually will send us job descriptions, and we put them in a portal for UB students to be able to view and apply to them if they're interested. That also includes internships, federal work study type positions, graduate assistantships. They're all kind of there. So it's a service I always say for students to use. It will never not be a positive thing for you to have access to it. And in that, you can also schedule an appointment with me, because by scheduling a counseling appointment, it will give you the option to select me as your coach.
But you have to enroll in that UB Works. You have to sign up for that.
Yes. So if you have your UB email address and you logged into your My UB portal, if you had your account information already set up, there's a button for UB Works on the page, on the right side of the page, that you would click on and set it up like you would set up any normal profile on a social media account or anything along those lines. But if you just have a more general question, it's more of like a quick hitter question, you can also just email me. I do my best to try to respond to pretty much any email within 24 hours. And if, similar to what you said about Jen, if I don't have the direct perfect answer, I would be happy to refer you to somebody who does as well.